Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Anmoll Astrology channel. And long time no see, huh? So happy New Year. This video is going to be about the update for 2025. Like you can assume it to be the predictions for 2025. But you know what? I am not I specifically do not think that these predictions are going to be valid for over a year. Rather, it's more of like predictions for first 5 to 6 months. Since in the month of June and towards the end of May 2025, we are going to have a lot of transits. First, in March, we will have Saturn's transit. Then we will have Rahu Ketu's transit in that, I think, towards the end of May. And we will also have Jupiter's transit. So all the major planets are going to transit next year in different signs. So that's why it's more of the predictions for first, on an average, first 6 months. Okay, so we are going to enter the year of Mars, number 9, right? And I believe that this year, 2024, was bang on, very much of a roller coaster for so many people, like based on my talks with the clients and also my personal experience and on the studies and transits. I can say that this year was no less than a roller coaster. It was about I won't say like long term lessons, but rather very practical reality checks. So many things have surfaced, so many things have been changed once and for all, transformed. And the Saturn actually tried to give a very practical outlook to what the world and life is about. So, next year, being the year of Mars, is going to be more action oriented. All the lessons, all the understanding that has happened in this year, in 2024, are now going to be taken into consideration, and actions are going to be meant accordingly for 2025. So, next year is going to be about discipline. It is definitely going to be about war and to fight for what should be done. So, everything in the next year is going to come with a fight. And I will come to the predictions for each and every ascendant and zodiac sign, and then it is going to be more clearer. But since it is Mars, Mars is passion, Mars is fight, Mars is war, it is warrior, it is a soldier. So it is also management and discipline. So this year was about for coming into organization, but next year is about coming into discipline, right? Giving I won't say giving a structure, because it's more Saturn, but with Mars it's like giving your courage and your discipline to something, right? So all the lessons that this year has given, those are going to mend our actions in the next year. And since we are going to enter with a debilitated Mars, it is not going to be easy. It is going to be about one's inner self. First, actions and war is going to happen within and then outwardly. So, or you can say, since it is the sign of Cancer, within one's home or one's comfort space. So, next year is about getting out of your comfort space or your comfort zone and act towards what should be done. So, a very action oriented year it is. It is not about leadership. Just a sec. Yeah. So, coming back, this year is not about 2025, is not about leadership roles. It's more of about managing what is existingly there, right? Because Mars is a follower, Mars is a manager. You give a task to Mars and it will get it done at any cost and in the exact way what it is told to do, right? So it's like following the order, the ultimate order, right? And since it is Mars, of course, because of the transits that we have, that we are entering with into 2025, those are more about property disputes. Either they are going to be, we are going to enter with property disputes, or we are going to get done with property disputes once and for all. And also, it will surround a lot around real estate properties. So it is a very crucial and also very significant year for real estates, land, structures, homes, everything related to that matter. Okay. So let's just dive into the charts. So we don't have a Muhurta chart for this particular video because we are not referring to one transit. Rather, we are going to, take the predictions for all the ascendants. So I just took the time to be uh, January 1st, 2025 and 12 a.m. So then I took Aries to be the ascendant, and now we are going to predict. So some things that we are going to consider here is Jupiter is going to be retrograde, Mars is going to be retrograde at the time we are going to enter in 2025. Jupiter is being in mutual aspect with Ketu, and the mutual aspect as in Jupiter is aspecting Ketu with its fifth aspect, and Ketu is aspecting Jupiter with its ninth aspect. And remember, both of these aspects are happening in uh, earth signs. So here earth dominance is there. Along with that, Mars debilitated and retrograde. This is aspecting Saturn in its Mool Trikon sign along with Venus. Then we also have Rahu, which is aspecting Mars with its fifth aspect and giving some heaviness of the water element. So for this year, I would say there's a mix of all the elements. There is no specific element, I would say, has the priority here. Rather, all the elements are equally activated because we have earth, we have water, we have air with Saturn and Venus, and we also have fire with sun and moon's conjunction. So it's a mix of all the elements that we are going to experience within this year. So first of all, for an Aries ascendant, I do feel that these people are going to have some sort of, disturbance within the home. I feel they already have disturbances within the home. But now there's a time to get this matter done with, right? There can be expenses, there can be a significant, expenses or a significant loss. But at the same time, there is a lot which is going to happen around the finances, around their financial wealth, right? So it's more of like Aries people will be very much interested into learning how to generate income, learning how to, gain financial wealth. So they'll be learning a lot towards financial aspect. And this has been there, or this has been activated because of the home matter or the financial fights that would have been there within the home. Along with that, there is a lot of concentration upon the uh, recognition of the career, that how they are doing in their career. Maybe there is a little bit of dissatisfaction, and then the coming time they will realize that there is going to start building up of a subconscious pressure within their mind about the finances, how to manage finances, how to manage the money matters. So they are going to actually try to become more responsible. And if someone is moon in Aries, they are going to start with their Sarasati in 2025. So definitely there's going to be a lot of build up, pressure over their mind. Subconsciously, their mind is going to be 24/7 working. Even if you guys will be sleeping, you will see that your mind is still working. You are experiencing restlessness with your mind and also with your sleep, right? This is actually not a the best time for emotional connection with people. Rather, this time is about practically understanding what this world is all about. You definitely will be able to fulfill your desires, but remember, you're going to start with the first phase of your Sarasati this year. So that's why this recognition or this fulfillment of desires is not going to come easy. Definitely not easy. But this first phase is going to be very important for you people. Whatever lessons you're going to get, whatever karma that you're going to do, just be careful of that. Be very wise with your actions. Be very wise with the what you desire, because that is going to set a tone for the coming time period, right? Along with that, your Jupiter is also going to go into the third house, in the coming time period. And right now it is in the second house retrograde. This is a lot about learning and leaving old patterns of expenditure and of using money. Like this is since there is an opposition of Jupiter and Mercury in the second and the eighth house, whatever money that you are going to accumulate, you will now have to be wiser enough to use that money in a good manner. So there's a lot of learning experiences I see for the sign of Aries. They are going to learn new things about financial management and about how to invest their money, or where to invest their money, how to use their money, right? So it's more so about that. I don't see there is a lot about relationships for this year, honestly, because we have Venus in Dhanishta at the time we are entering 2025, and that's along with Saturn. Only thing that is associated or is going to activate in terms of relationship is about, just being, having distant relationships or having reality checks with relationships. So for Aries ascendant, rather, relationships are going to make them gain a lot, or their partnerships are going to make them gain a lot. So if you are planning to go for partnership, that can be a good choice for you this year. Okay, so next is the sign of Taurus. So for Taurus individuals, they have currently Jupiter in the ascendant, although it is retrograde. It is going to go direct in February 2025. Now, this is an important time for your career. Whatever hard work you have put in, or whatever criticism you have digested within this year, 2024, now this is about you retrospecting or realizing a lot of things by the way of your intuition and realization. And after this, when Saturn is going to move into your 11th house, you're going to learn to get recognized through your skills, through your technical skills and your education. So it has been a very, very learning oriented, time period. 2024 has been a roller coaster which made you learn a lot of things and which actually stopped you for taking certain actions. But the coming year is going to give you that power to now initiate actions towards things. You may experience some sort of uh you know some sort of fights within the home, right? And you will be the one to balance those fights out and balance those particular problems within the home. Relationships right now are not at the best space, but yet this is a year for you to learn your relationships, learn about your own personality. This is a time where you will feel that, what do I really want? What is my personality really about? So, because of Mercury in the seventh house in Scorpio, it's like you are going to research about your psychology and your partner's psychology, so as to understand that, how do I manage my relationships, how do I work upon my relationships. So this year is going to be a much of a hard work towards your romantic life and towards your relationships, your partnerships, and all the lessons are going to surround within your home, partnership, career. So these are going to be the main areas, and there are a lot of reality checks, practical checks that are going to come around. So your Saraswati is not there right now, but it is going to come ahead after 2.5 years. So it's in a way preparing you for the best, preparing you to go through that, right? And now, within this year, you will get the opportunity to, in a way, increase your authority, or you would have to take responsibility as being the authoritative one. So, for the first 5 months, you'll just get prepared for what has to happen for the remaining year of 2025. But be wiser with your choices. Try to be a little less dominant and less stubborn with your decisions. Be open and flexible to opportunities and to understanding what is happening in your surroundings. Okay. And if I talk about wealth, definitely, because Jupiter will transit in your second house after May 2025. This is going to give you wealth, but along with that, it is going to make you responsible and provisional towards your family. The more you provide towards the family, the more you are going to be on the receiving end of financial wealth. So, the coming time is very much associated with your financial build-up. And before that, it's more about your lessons. And then it'll give you that financial stability. So, the main areas would be your career and your personal understanding. Okay. Next, the sign of Gemini. So, for Gemini individuals, see, Mars is in the second house, Jupiter is in the 12th, Saturn and Venus is in the ninth. And we also have Rahu in the 10th, although it is going to transit in the ninth, and Saturn is going to come into the 10th. So it is more of a very karmic year for you people, right? It's a year where you're going to act a little opposite to your personality. This year 2024 has been challenging. It has been where things did not happen your way. They went another way, but for your own good. So you must have felt that this year, whole year, it was a struggle, but at the end, you got what you had to get. So that's why it is going to actually change your perspective 360-degree. After having a lot of cluster within your home, within your personal space, now it's the time when you have gotten out of your comfort zone. And the coming period is all about your career stability, your life stability. You'll be getting out of this unstable nature that Gemini basically gives you. So it's more about working hard now, working hard towards your foundation, towards your stability. You will definitely be criticized for your choices, but still, your choices will matter. So choose them wisely. This year 2025 is going to give you that wisdom. It is going to make you take actions and also make you take responsibilities and make sacrifices. Because for this year, you will have Saturn and Jupiter both in your Kendras. So it kind of gives you a Vrinchi yoga. Vrinchi yoga, where you are going to learn wisdom, where you are going to just become pure at heart and you're going to sacrifice for others. You're going to think about others first before you think about yourself. So it's very different from what personality actually Geminis have. I'm not saying that Geminis do not think about people. They absolutely are very considerate about their loved ones, but they always have a self-interest. They're very self-sensitive, right? So the coming year will count your actions. So you will encounter situations where you'll have to sacrifice for someone you love or for people in general that you care about. Along with that, again, relationships can be something which can come to you, towards you, but it is going to be towards the middle of 2025. Before that, it's more about responsibility. It's more about understanding the family pressure, the financial pressure, and then to work towards that. Okay. Now, next is the sign of Cancer. Now, the sign of Cancer. So, for Cancer individuals, I do feel there has been a lot of disturbance in their home, in their comfort zone, in their private space. You know why Mars is debilitated in the sign of Cancer? It's because Cancer is your comfort zone. Cancer is your happiness. Cancer is how comfortably you are in your personal space and how patient you are within your heart. So when Mars comes in, Mars disturbs your comfort zone. Mars disturbs your heart space. It makes you agitated. It makes you fierce. And it makes you a person who cannot just settle down within one comfortable zone. They always have to move from here and there. They always have to, you know, do something to make them indulged. So it gives you that unsteadiness within one's heart. So that's why Mars is debilitated in the sign of Cancer. So this is something, and also Mars, when comes into Cancer, it makes a person lack appropriate actions, the actions which should be done. Somehow, it could be because of their own choice, it could be because of the circumstances that they are bound to not take actions. So this has been your situation in 2024, and especially towards the end of 2024. Now this Mars is when it will leave this particular first house, your first house, it is going to become better. You are finally going to get the relief. You're going to finally come into that situation where you are going to build your confidence. Mars is also one's confidence. So when you come out of that debilitated zone, you are going to build your confidence to speak, to now take appropriate actions, now to manage money, manage your wealth. And because your Mars is going to transit in the second house. So I think for Cancer individuals, whatever fight they were having within their family, within their home space, or any financial situation, especially with inheritance, what I can see, or with the partner for the joint assets, or for some investments, for some insurances, now you're going to get done with it. Now you're going to settle up with it, right? And now, once and for all, you will take drastic steps for the first 5 months, which is going to be very surprising for most of the people, because they will be like, oh, can this Cancer be insensitive? We have not seen this person. This person was a caregiver. This person was a, very caring, very sacrificial kind of an individual. And now see the confidence, see what action they are doing. They are not sensitive anymore. They are a little insensitive with their actions, because now it's like enough is enough. you know Now you're going to think about your responsibilities. Along with that, you're going to think about yourself. So this year is about you to take certain actions towards your fortune. So you people can expect, you to be, or you can expect yourself to take certain actions which is way way opposite to your personality or what you would have think of. So you can be open to a lot of sudden events and sudden actions from your end, right? But along with that, you need to stop overthinking, because this overthinking can actually lead to some sort of difficulty, emotional difficulty for you. So definitely try to have some time off for your meditation, for your spiritual self. Right along with this Mercury and Jupiter's axis within the 5th and 11th, there is a lot of realization about past relationships. You'll be learning new things which are going to become your passion, your hobbies. You're going to learn, you're going to get new friends, you're going to have new relationships on a total in your life. You're going to be open to what comes in within your life. So, your confidence initially for the first few months can actually make you feel very low, but definitely you're going to get out of this situation very quickly in the first 4 to 5 months, and then you will be welcoming a very different self of yours. So it's a very transformative year for Cancer individuals, I would say. Initially you will see that your luck might not be giving you the best of the situations, but whatever is going to happen, your luck or fortune might feel delayed, but it will give you the results. It will give with some sort of delay, but it will give it. So everything which is going to lead you to a certain path, that path is something which is good for you. So it is going to lead you to the nice way. There's a lot of distance that I see towards relationships. So I think it's more about a self-love journey that you're going to have, rather than, just thinking about others for something new. Okay, but again, this is a very responsible year for you. You might want to meditate, you might want to travel to places which feel isolated or which feel very relaxing, right? So yeah, that's what I can see for Cancer individuals, but definitely a very transformative year for you. And even Cancer individuals may shift their residences, or they would want to travel to distant places, or they want to go and live somewhere else. Now the sign of Leo. So I believe for Leo ascendants, this is actually a very, very significant year. They might have started seeing the effects ever since, I guess, November 2024. It is going to be one year that you are going to remember. 2025. Very transformative year. And I think since November, it would have been transformative. Fights within home, fights for inheritance, fights for what is yours, fights for hidden assets, joint assets, and everything of that sort. But a very transformative year. a year full of realizations, karma, past karma, and also a year where you are going to encounter with so many people. Be careful of your relationships. Be careful of what you are putting into a relationship. Are you giving your 100%? Are you being faithful? If not, definitely there's a distance that you're going to see within your relationships. But this is a year where your partner is also going to, your partner has suffered somehow for the previous, if you have a partnership or you have a partner, they have seen a lot of distance from you. They have seen a lot of things from you, and even you have seen a lot of criticism for the past year. Now your partner is going to rebel what you have decided for. They are going to go against. So there can be lack of similar opinion. There can be distance with the partner. So this year is about you paying off the major karma of your life. And that is going to be by the way of you interacting with people, and especially through love, through partnership, or through marriage. So this year will make you go towards spirituality, will make you more spiritually aligned. And also this year is going to make you, have mood swings, depressed for some time, then happy for the other. So a lot you can expect during this year. But at the same time, I do see you connecting with a lot of people as your social circle, and you will be able to gain through that as well. So if we talk about recognition, if we talk about career, this year can be good. This year can actually make you build a wealth, build a stable foundation for your life. Okay. So next is, and also one thing I would say, I do see Leo people getting involved into some secretive studies or studies related to occult, studies related to this astrology or anything, any transformative studies. Right? Now, the sign of Virgo. So, Virgo individuals finally are going to feel relieved of this karmic tug of war they were going through. So Ketu has been in the first house, Rahu has been in the seventh. It's more of like now it is relieving you. It is going away now. So you must have felt a little bit of relief lately. And now January, or you can say 2025, is going to be a better year for you, because Saturn is also going to go away. So all those conflicts, all the obstacles, all that legal matters and everything, all that disturbances within your job, those are going to go away. But still, there is going to be an interchange with Rahu and Saturn. Saturn is going to come into your seventh. It is going to distance you with your spouse. It is going to give you a lot of criticism from your surroundings. So after getting relieved from this Ketu Rahu transit, after getting relieved from Saturn, it's more about now what you do with your life. You were first, it was like that you were first tied down by these particular planets. So you were doing actions and doing things accordingly. But now it's more of like that, once you just set someone free and then you see what they do, then it's their responsibility. No one is controlling you. This is a situation for you. This is what is going to be your 2025 about, right? Just 1 second. So I'm having such a bad cold, really. So if you stop me pausing, sorry, if you saw me pausing the video, just please understand. Okay. So, yeah, so now for the coming year, you may be judged for your actions. You may be judged for your authority, your decisions, but it will be as per your understanding, as per whatever you have experienced for 1.5 years of Ketu and Rahu transit. I think you have actually gathered that understanding towards what is the reality of life and what is the reality of people. So now you will no longer care about what people have for you. Rather, you will care about what right should be done. So this year, this coming year, 2025, is going to be a lot about your career, your business, your actions, your authority. So those are the main areas. But if we talk about relationships, this year is not more about your relationships. Like, it's not that there is not going to be any relationship. It's more of like that relationships for you are going to be more of a commitment. So for this year, it's either marriage or it's nothing. It's not no dating, no casual thing, nothing. It's just either commitments or nothing at all. Definitely, Saturn coming into the seventh house, it will activate your relationships if you're unmarried. So it will activate the situation of marriage. It could even activate the situation of partnership for your business, right? But there is going to be a very very responsible period towards your partnership and marriage. If you decide to be even slightly unfaithful towards the marriage or towards the partnership, you're going to get it broken, or you're going to start experiencing problems within that. So be very careful of your actions, of your karma, and of your stability. Because this time, if your actions are in a correct way, you would definitely start experiencing stability in your life. And if not, then the stability can be sacrificed. Okay? So now, Libra ascendant. Just a second. So for Libra individuals, there is either a birth of a child or marriage on the cards for 2025. That is because their fifth house is highly activated currently and is going to be activated again with Rahu in the fifth house. So you can expect I see it's some sort of transformation within your life pattern, within your romantic situations. But along with that, I do see a major transformation coming ahead towards the end of the year, when Saturn will come into the sixth house and Rahu is going to be in the fifth. So, how intelligently you take a decision, how responsibly you act towards your life situations, that is going to become the most important thing. This year is going to be a very transformative and a very learning experience for you. So for example, if you're going to get married this year, so definitely it is going to be a transformative one, because a lot of things change after marriage. You you now start living with another person, and you just have a different routine. You have a different the place to live. You have different people around you, so there are a lot of different things that happen in life. Along with that, if a childbirth happens, your life just changes 360-degree, trust me on that. So that's why this is a time period which is very transformative. Along with that, there are going to be some conflicts that you're going to experience during this year, but these conflicts are going to make you make you grow towards a better future. So be wise about your financial expenditure, because I do feel that you have there will be situation where you'll have to be very calculative with your finances and with your assets, and you'll be very much into savings, or you'll be very much into building assets or making something for the initial few months of this year. And after that it is going to be more about traveling, enjoying. So it's like first 6 months you're preparing for the last 6 months of 2025, right? So along with that, the feeling of not being able to take actions, or feeling of you know somehow being sacrificed on your authority within your workspace, that is going to go away now. You have worked hard, I can see that. And now it's more of now you what you receive out of that hard work, right? So try not to indulge into unnecessary conflicts within your workspace. If there is a conflict, if somebody is trying to compete with you, just let them do that. You keep on doing your karma. Definitely you're going to get good fruits of it. And I do see there is going to be a situation where you're going to get recognized, or you're going to get fame for your actions, or for your authority, for what work you have done. Okay, be careful of the financial situation, because I do feel there can be a lot of debts that either you have to take care of your previous debts, or you might take on some debts for maybe your career, or maybe something in your life. Okay, so but one thing is there, I do feel that it is a transformative and also a very innovative year for you. You're going to gain a lot during this year, but out of very rocky situations. And since you do not have any significant planet in the Kendras, it's only a debilitated Mars. That's why you have to work on your inner strength. This year is actually about you stabilizing your inner self and your inner strength. Okay. Next will be the sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio individuals, this time period can be a lot about learning. Try not to be revengeful, try not to be jealous. I know that feeling has been very constant in your life because of whatever has been happening around. But try not to try not letting this particular toxicity get over you. You may also have some significant changes within your home space. If you are trying to get into a romantic situation, next year is a year where there can be something romantic which will come around, or it can be if you are planning for a child, it can be birth of a child or initiation of that process for the next year, 2025. Because very much, stars are being aligned towards that side. Financially, also, that year can be good. Try not to invest in shares specifically, or any speculative thing which is short term in nature. Invest in long term, invest in long term investments, definitely, but not short term. Your intelligence can be corrupted for the next year. Try not taking very important decisions for the next year. Although I do see abundance of wealth, but again, along with that abundance of wealth, I do see a lot of lessons also coming around. You will feel emotionally very, very on the top. So this year, you have been very cold. You have been very into that guarded zone with your emotions. But for the coming year, you will see a very transformative situation with your emotions. Your emotions are going to get amplified, right? And there's going to be a lot of agitation and impatience within your heart space. That's why out of this transition, do not take any significant decisions, because of Saturn coming to your fifth house, it is going to actually give you a practical mindset, But along with that, it can actually corrupt your intelligence also, because ultimately it is the domain of the sign of Leo. So the fifth house, when Saturn comes into the fifth house, it gives you very practical mindset, but along with that, it can even give you that situation where you become very stubborn, where you don't understand and don't be open to the suggestions of others, and you become more proudy in nature. So that is something that is just to be taken care of. Rest all is towards something better, right? So along with that, you'll be able, your time right now is about understanding your own personality, your own psychology, and also this is going to come around by your experiences with other people. So you are in a way going to accumulate wisdom based on your experiences with other people. Your partner is going to feel a lot of pressure of responsibility during this time. Okay, and even this responsibility is going to lead them to good financial recognition and financial wealth also. Okay, so now for the sign of Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, I feel there has been a lot of emotional frustration, right? Because of Rahu in the fourth, Mars in the eighth, and Mercury in the 12th. So this is the time when, after having that transformative experiences for the first initial months, you are actually going to go into a zone where you are going to start becoming more stable. Because when Saturn is going to move ahead towards your fourth house, it is going to put your heart space, your comfort zone, your happiness into a boundary. And then you will feel a lot more focused, right? You may also have an opportunity to buy a property or renovate a structure, renovate your home. So, something related to your home and changes within your home or even your residence is going to happen during this year. At the same time, you will have Ketu in the ninth house, right? Now it is going to go away from the 10th house. Now it is going to be a year which is going to stabilize you, and also which is going to lead you towards spirituality, right? At the same time, your time during this year is going to be a lot about others. Your wisdom is going to come from your interactions with others. You will feel abundant. Your weight can fluctuate a lot during this year. And along with that, this is a time for you to once and for all get done with all of this emotional frustration and also the frustration within the home environment. I think there would have been fights related to inheritance or related to assets, joint assets, or some secret wealth. Now it is going to get over with. And then you're going to start building your future wealth, your future growth. And if you are a female and you are a Sagittarius ascendant, this time can also lead to pregnancy, okay? Or you going into a significantly another home, right? And career wise, I believe this time is going to be more about learning and educating. So if you wanted to go back to the school or back to learning something, this is the time you do it, because you will get an opportunity after almost 4 to 5 months of 2025, right? This is also a time period which can also initiate marriage situation for you. So if you're unmarried and you're looking for marriage, so I think the initial I think almost the first 6 months are prominent for that, right? But again, you will get opportunities to sacrifice for others. You'll be very open to have communications with others, right? And that too in a very practical way. Okay. So that's about the sign of Sagittarius. So right now, I feel somehow that you are slowly and steadily getting into your power emotionally. You're getting out of that, very depressed situation in a way, I would categorize it into. So, and also I feel that you have been very workaholic for the past year, for this year, 2024. And for the coming year, it's more about all your hard work is going to now put into that foundation. All your hard work is going to set a stone for foundation, and then the wealth building will start. Okay. So next, for Capricorns. For Capricorn, moon sign and ascendant. So now your Sarasati is going to get over with. If you are a moon sign, or even if you are an ascendant, you'll be over that Saturn period, right? So there has been a lot of frustration towards the end of your interactions with other people or your relationships. But now you can expect some sort of, you know, I won't say there is going to be stability towards your relationships, but I rather feel that there is going to be your understanding towards what needs your attention at the moment, and also for this particular year. I do feel that you are going to work really, really hard in 2025. 2025 is about working hard, putting in structure to your communication. Your communication is going to matter. Your work, hard work, your routine is going to matter. Be careful of your health, especially your digestive system, right? I do feel that, Capricorns will get opportunities to actually find a work balance, for the coming time. Now it's about growth. It's about that your courage is going to test you. You are going to refine your efforts. You're going to refine your skills, right? And you will want, feel the urge to travel also. Travel, or have some exotic experiences, by the way of, traveling, visiting different restaurants, having some innovation or innovative things within your home, and changes within your home and everything. And I do feel that Capricorn individuals are going to enlighten themselves with some good, something that makes them feel at peace, like working towards their passion, working towards their hobbies, right? So, this is something that I can see for Capricorns. And at the same time, I do feel that your wealth has just stabilized. You know, whatever initiation or foundation has to be there for your wealth, that has already been there. Now it's just about growing it, and now it's about bringing in some innovative change towards it. Try not to exhaust your finances completely, because I do feel that you are going to do a lot of expenditure for the coming period, a lot of expenditure on maybe land, real estate, or maybe on products of luxury, just to make yourself feel happy and everything. And there is going to be expenditure on education as well, on learning as well. Okay. So there has been a very spiritual journey or realizations that you have experienced during 2024. And now all of these things are going to come into action. Now you're going to put them into action, and you're going to do something out of it, right? And yes, if we talk about relationships, I feel that now it's the time when you will get out of that frustrative zone towards not being able to take any action, or something is not happening towards the marriage, towards, you know, relationships, and you'll be like, now I need a break from this. I will restart, but now want to take some break, right? Then the sign of Aquarius. For Aquarius individuals, see, all of their most of their kendras, you know, have planets. It's Venus and Saturn in the ascendant, then we have Jupiter in the fourth, we have Mercury in the 10th. Definitely it's a very learning time period. You know, in the coming year you will have Rahu in the first house, and then you will have Saturn in the second. It's a good period for your career, that you will do based on your skills. You're going to learn for the first few months. You're going to develop a lot of learning, a lot of there can be misunderstanding within your workspace as well, right? So be very careful with your communication within your workspace and how you're interacting with people. You'll be criticized. You have been criticized a lot during the previous year in 2024. Whenever I say previous year, please understand that's 2024. But I feel that the coming year is going to give you gains, financial gains, and you're going to see a very different self of yours. There's a very big transformation. This transformation is going to come along with fear, along with you being fearful about a lot of things in life. You know, you'll be searching online, you'll be getting to astrologers. But this year, 2025, you are going to get out of your nutshell. You're going to get, not nutshell, your shell, right? And you're going to bloom. You are going to go beyond your capabilities. You're going to gain so much of confidence, and you're going to use that to be recognized, to do something good for your career. So I feel this is a very progressive year for all the Aquariuses. You will be stubborn. You will act like a very stubborn person. But at the same time, you'll be goal oriented. You'll be working towards your goal. At the same time, one thing I would suggest you people is to keep on providing your family with a significant amount. Like, for example, if you are able to give them 500 rupees every month, you should give them, but have a one similar amount which you feel that I will be able to give consistently. The more you're going to provide, the more you're going to be on the receiving end. Okay. So this particular time, I would say, is very much focused on all of these things. And at the same time, I do feel Aquariuses would have the opportunity of marriage or childbirth. Okay. So that is also something on the papers, on the cards. Now, lastly, the sign of uh, Pisces. I feel it has been a very troublesome and a very lesson learned time period for Pisces moon and ascendants. There was a lot of responsibility on you, over your shoulders and within your mind, a lot of obsession, lots and lots of fears because of whatever is happening in the surroundings. I feel now these feelings are going to settle down. I do feel that for the coming time period, you can experience some money disturbances. You'll be criticized, a lot criticized, but you're going to learn practical lessons through all of this situation. There are going to be changes within your home. And you know what? If you have done any bad karma, and since you are Pisces, that's why I'm telling you, because Pisces people intuitively know what is happening and what is about to happen. So if any time you have done such a karma, now you will get the understanding of that. 2025 is going to be a heavy year for you, a year full of responsibilities, full of discipline, full of changes, but also full of stability and foundational growth. There can be some expenses, some sudden expense you may incur, either towards the home or towards your own health. So be very careful of your health. At the same time, you are going to take the responsibility of the home and the home mechanism. If you were trying to get pregnant, this is a time I do see that either there's going to be birth of a child or there's going to be pregnancy, right? And also, you'll be criticized, you'll be judged for all your decisions. But at the same time, it's upon you that how you take certain decisions to fight them back, right? Overall, this period, regardless of being very heavy on you, this can give you good results towards the end, right? You will also have sleepless nights, or you will have nights where you are getting up, learning, or getting up, researching on different stuff, maybe occult, maybe astrology. So it's a very hard working time period. It's a year you will be very workaholic. And this is going to be a learning experience. And I also feel that Pisces individuals, based on whatever um amount of things they have experienced in the past, good and bad, they would want to pen them down. So, if you want to be a writer, if you want to be a publisher, this year is good for you to start that. Okay. Now, you can also welcome new relationships because you had Ketu in the seventh house. So there would have been a lot of disturbances with your encounters with other people. There would have been a dissolution, or dissolving of a partnership, or there would have been problems with relationship breakup or something like that. Right now, it's the time when you welcome new opportunities. Okay, this particular time period or 2025 can also be important for you to travel or go overseas. Okay, or just travel to a distant place, right? So guys, this was my analysis about how this first few months of 2025 are going to affect you, and how this year on a whole is going to affect you, or what it is going to give you. I hope this turns out to be helpful and will give you great insights towards the next year. And happy, happy new year. I hope all your wishes come true, and all your whatever you think to do in the new year, all your resolutions get fulfilled. Okay, so if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you guys would like to have your personal readings, you can check out the link below, www.anmollastrology.com. And under the reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. And under the unique reading section, you can book a unique reading for yourself. Okay, see you with the next video. Bye bye. Take care.